Perfidious Pete here. Oh, thank you, OBS. Working the turkey through, as always. What's up, chat? We're gonna be slaying that old Spire. Back for a little Wednesday night fun. Unless you're said Spire, in which case it's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be opposite fun. It's gonna be terror and tragedy and horror and, well, heartbreak, really. Alright, chat. I'm leaving this one up to you. Hey, Clock, what's up? Slay the Spire. Good choice. Like there was a choice on the matter. There are spires, and those spires must be slain. It's us or them, really, chat. I'm giving chat the option. You guys, first person to say ironclad or silent in chat picks the run. You tell me. Who's first? I think I'll stream Holdfast again one day. Almost certainly. That game is really fun. That's the post-stream game, Canny Light, we've been playing most Fridays. Start out with the silent. All right, chat says silent. There we go. Let's do it. Silent, silent. Man, overwhelmingly silent. All right. Chat loves the silent. But yes, we will be doing Holdfast again at some point, Kenny. Like, that game is really fun, man. Also, it has bagpipes now, which may be the only thing I've ever wanted. What's up, Jimmy the Space Whale, with your three... You know, I'm getting a real Brandon Stark vibe here from Jimmy the Three-Eyed Whale. It's just, you know, we've been to that well one too many times, Jimmy. And also, you're a whale. How do you think you're going to fit inside a well? Loser. Go for the silent but deadly. Alright, so what are options? Attain a random rare card. I actually dislike random cards. 7 max HP, I don't hate. 50% AP to ditch 2 cards. Definitely not worth it. And I love my... You know what? We're just going to take the 7 max HP here and go. 7 max HP with no drawback. That's a pretty solid starting bonus. Which way do we want to go? I like single elite with campfire before and after, but those are our only campfires, which means we have almost no upgrade potential. If we go this way, we can go double campfire, but then we have no elite, and I would like to fight 1 elite. So it's looking like this may be our line here. We may have to go this way. Campfire, fight, elite, not terrible, and we could tag a couple question marks on the way in. We don't hit a shop, but since we don't have an abundance of money or like any extra bonus cash to start, missing a shop to start out with, not really a big deal. We got a decent line. Let's do it. Also, really, we should be playing probably should be playing in Ascension mode, but I forgot to click the button and it's too late to go back now. Why'd we defend there? I don't know. It's just a good habit. I like to make sure I spend all of my energy every turn, even if I'm not getting anything out of it. It's just good, solid habits. Strike, strike, strike. Stab, stab, stab. Pretend this is the shower and we're going into it after Luke Perry on Oz. What's going to happen to Luke Perry in that shower? Well, 1, we're going to have to look at his dick, and then 2, he's getting stabbed with all of the knives. If you haven't seen the Luke Perry death scene where he gets shanked in the shower in Oz, you know what? Do yourself a favor. Check it out. He's got a nice dick. That's what Brenda said. Well, you know, turns out Brenda had great taste. Dagger throw, I don't hate dagger throw. I think it's okay. Acrobatics, I kind of like. But honestly here, got to go with the sucker punch. For my silent decks lately, I've been having better than average luck with the silent. And I think weakness and defense have been a big part of that game. Always take 175 gold for the curse because it only costs you 75 gold to ditch the curse. Basically, that event is just here. Enjoy 100 gold for nothing. So we'll go neutralize, block covers us, strike where the guys are weak, ignore the block, skip the next turn, take none, probably kill them both if we can draw 3 strikes. What's up, Numbers? Welcome to the stream. And, yep, we got him. Get sucker punched. Oh, we are weak, though. Can we still do this? We can still do this. Doubt got us. We should never doubt ourselves, Chad. Make a note. Never doubt yourself. Setup is not a good card unless you can upgrade it. If you can upgrade it, it's actually a much better card than you might think. What are our chances of upgrading that setup? You know, not fantastic, but also not terrible. Alternatively, we could just take Flying Knee, and if we just take Flying Knee, then we could upgrade our Neutralize, which is also really good, or upgrade our Sucker Punch, which again, equally good. You know what? I'm gambling on the setup. Setup is basically pointless until you upgrade it, but once you upgrade it, it's really good. Ooh. free bottled flame. Well, we're always going to start... Do we want to always start with the neutralize? Because enemies don't always attack. You know what is better to start with? Let's always start with the sucker punch. That way we can weaken them on the first turn if they're attacking and do damage simultaneously, like we're going to get to do to this guy. So he's attacking for 11. Bam. We get 7 damage. Now he's attacking for 8. Survivor away that doubt. That's enough block. Get shanked. Mr. Jawworm, we're going to stab you in the jaw like it's a Dane Cook skit up in here. So get neutralized. Not that that really matters much. You know what we should do? He's not attacking us, so let's throw 1 defend to get rid of it. But then we'll set up a defend for next turn. And then next turn when he's attacking us, hey, free defend. That is one thing I love about setup, is if you have a card you can't play that you're not going to get any mileage out of, and you have a little leftover energy, setup can make, you know, it can be like, well, you know, you can't get any mileage out of me this turn, but maybe next turn. We actually did no damage there because he blocked it, but we also took none. So see, here, we're going to do it again. We're going to go strike, strike, and since we don't have another strike, we're going to set up a defend. And now this turn, if he comes at us with a big attack, bam, we've got the defense we need. And if we don't need that defense, then hey, we don't need it. So we can neutralize, sucker punch, strike. You dead! I'm not Skank. That's Skank over there. Skank dead. We're going to take leg sweep because it's amazing. Leg sweep is perhaps one of my favorite cards in this game. I love leg sweep. It's really good. Now we're going to upgrade our setup. Makes it even better. And now we can afford to set up, like, if there's a card we just can't play for whatever reason, any card we can't play, we'll just set it up. And yes, chat, you always sweep the leg. For instance, here, what are we going to do? Well, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe we sweep the leg. Do we need to sweep the leg? Yeah, we need to sweep the leg. I was thinking about setting up a sweep the leg, but no, we'll sweep the leg. This guy is 3 weak now. We've got plenty of block. So we're going to set up a sucker punch for next turn. And in the meantime, just get struck, chump. Sweep that leg. You always sweep the leg, Chad. Sensei Kreese has taught us one thing, and that it's you always sweep the leg. So see, free sucker punch. Take 7 damage. Take 6 damage. Take 6 more damage. And I wish I had another setup so I could keep one of these defense for next turn, but I don't. I probably should have blocked, though, because I forgot to. I'm real dumb. So there's 6 damage we definitely didn't need to take. Alright, that was not amongst my better plays. Granted, we wouldn't have gotten a whole lot of mileage out of that anyway, because we're frail as shit. But still. Next turn, we're weak and frail, and now we're vulnerable as well. Fighting Day, what's up, bro? Welcome back to the stream. Always sweep the leg, chat. We're going to move the weakness over to a different target, though. We can't play attacks this turn because we are entangled, which is fine. We'll just go ahead and throw the defense. Just means we're going to be weak for another turn. That doubt is really starting to come back to haunt us. Fight a Mortal Kombat style, just creep over into the corner and do leg sweep over. And that was the cheesiest Mortal Kombat shit of all time, though, Chad. If you did that, you're a straight-up scumbag. I mean, that's 100% scum tactics. Also, we're taking more. This fight, we're not doing well. How many runs in is Pete? I mean, I'm on Ascension 2 with both the Silent and the Ironclad. We are not playing Ascension mode here because I forgot to turn it on, but I've won more than I've probably won more runs than I deserve to win, honestly. Doesn't really matter what card we discard there. They're both going into our draw pile. Scum tactics for the win. This is the first run of the night, though, yes. This is our first run of the evening. So we're going to sucker punch. We're going to defend to get a whole 3 block, which is very disappointing. There's no reason. I mean, what are we going to set up a wound? We're getting a wound here without the setup, thanks. Man, we've lost almost 20 HP in this one fight. I am perturbed. All right, let's get this over and get out of here. These guys wrecked us. Take our 12 gold and... Ugh. I don't like really any of these cards. I mean, Blur is okay. Endless Agony is, again, just okay. Dagger Spray is okay. I mean, all of these cards are just okay. I think we'll take Blur. If I have to pick one, I'd rather pick Blur. The only problem is, what if we fight the guy who gets stronger every time we play a skill here? Because our deck... Perfect. I was going to say, our deck is bloated with skills, and, yeah, that's not great. So we're going to strike, we're going to set up that leg sweep. And we'll defend now because we can. It doesn't cost us anything here. I haven't tried Ascension. Is it just an endless version until you die? No, it's the same thing as the regular version. It's just much, much harder. So we'll leg sweep him, take none. We're going to get a strike off here. And I don't want to play any... We got a real bum hand here. Ascension mode is basically the regular mode. It's just the more times you ascend the Spire, the more difficult it gets, and every run spawns more elites than the previous run. That's the gist of it. Think about, you're just doing it with more elites. Do I give this guy 2 strength? You know what? I'd rather do damage. He's gonna hit us for 18. We're just taking it. Bring it to me. Give it to me in the face. Come on. That's right, Big Mama. You know how I like it. Perfect hand. Like the perfect hand for fighting this man, really. You know what? He's not going to attack next turn. We have made him stupefyingly strong. But we're only going to take 9 here. I mean, on our next turn, we're going to have to do some... He should not be attacking this turn, though. I get sucker punched. I feel like we got to leg sweep him. We will be able to block it all, but we are not doing damage, though. This was the worst possible enemy we could have gotten here. This was our worst we're actually going to die, though. We could have used the regen potion, but you know what? That regen potion wouldn't have saved us. We're still going to lose. We can't possibly do 23 damage. Unbelievable. We made him too strong, really. I mean, we can sucker punch him and weaken him. We're still all of the dead, though. Nope. God damn it. That's okay. You know what? The early loss gives us an opportunity to go back into Ascent. Just, like, get this shame out of here. I hate everything. Alright, let's turn Ascension mode back on, then. We'll try to get through Ascension mode level 2. Let's just forget that first run ever happened. That was terrible. You know what? Keep your bonus, Jimmy the Space Whale. So, the main trick here for Ascension mode is to kind of try and path your way around elites, because as you can see, there's a fucking lot of elites. So if we go up this left-hand side, we got good bonfires, we got opportunity for 1 elite. 2 if we're feeling... Is it only 1 elite if we go all the way up the left? We could, like, slip over and go after this guy if we wanted to skip a bonfire, but I'd really rather have the upgrades. Ascension mode is more about getting through than it is about posting big scores. We did not need to neutralize that man. It's just, hey, 4 damage. Why pass it up? Won't be the last time you hear give it to me in the face. 1 health for the end of 3 enemy bonus would be more potentially useful on Ascension mode. Ascension mode is, I mean, it's meant to be tricky. We're going to take 1 here. That's an even trade. I really want to just get this guy dead before he gets too terribly strong. Mostly, I'd just like to get a signature card that I can start building my deck around early. We're going to go for the double defend here because we can't kill this guy, and I don't want to take any more damage. 2 strikes next turn, we'll get him. Do we have 2 strikes in our draw pile? We are likely to get 2 strikes. Alright, good enough then. You dead. 17 gold. Give me a card I can work around. Well, I can't work around Eviscerate. I can't really work around Backflip, but I can sort of work around Deadly Poison, so it looks like we're going for a poison build then. We're looking for anything that goes with poison. Dead end. Remove a card, transform a card. Nah, we're going to upgrade a card. Upgrading Deadly Poison is really good. But so is upgrading Neutralize. I would really rather upgrade Neutralize. We may still wind up upgrading that Deadly Poison, because upgraded Deadly Poison is good. It's just, that's 10 damage on the first turn for 1 energy. And it pays dividends every single time. Remove a card from our deck? Sure, we will. That's fine. Let's get rid of a basic strike since we have picked up... We picked up an attack. Let's get rid of an attack. This is a pretty good first turn, so we're going to neutralize this guy back here who's doing 8. We're going to hit you with this deadly poison. Going to defend, and we're going to defend. We're still taking damage here, which I don't relish. I mean, mostly I reserve relish for my hot dogs. That's, I think, where relish belongs. I can't think of another dish that I would ever be like, you know what this thing really needs? Relish. It's just hot dogs, really. Just hot dogs. They're the only dish that relish belongs in. Just relish is for hot dogs, and that's it. Give me 2 strikes. Or alternatively, you could give me all defense. Very fun. You know what? I could deadly poison this man and take 1 damage. I'm not. I'm going to triple defend. All we have to do is draw into 2 strikes next turn, and that man is dead, and there's no way we can't draw 2 strikes. Yeah, we actually got 4 strikes, which is more than we needed. Saved ourselves 1 HP. That 1 HP, you know, in the long run, could be the difference. See, now we're getting destructive synergies, because anytime accuracy comes up, I will almost always take it, because it's great. The problem is we have no way to generate shivs currently, so it's a dead card. We could take Deflect, which I don't hate. Acrobatics is also not terrible. Alright, I'm gambling here. I'm gambling that we're going to find something we can use to generate shivs. Large hole in the ground. Received. I mean, yeah, we'll take your money. Do we have a shop along this path? We do have a shop along this path. We just, basically, we're getting paid 100 gold to carry that curse all the way up here. We're turking it out. We're definitely going to smith. We're only down 10 HP. What do we smith then? Well, let's double down on the stupid. I'm going to smith the accuracy. Now we're desperate for shivs. Cloak and dagger, basically anything we can get our hands on. Pretty strong start. 1 kill, got some damage, and the rest of the way in. We could have survived there, foregone the 6 damage, and ditched that doubt. Ultimately, I don't think it would have been worth it, especially since he's not attacking, and we're going to hit him with Deadly Poison to strike. I'm going to play accuracy to get it out of my draw pile. We don't need any defense or anything. If we play it, it's active. It's not going to do anything while it's active, but at least we're not going to draw back into it. 3 strikes is a win here. Actually, 2 strikes and a Deadly Poison is also a win. Energy Potion for our trouble, and what do we got here? Masterful Stab. It's so hard to get Masterful Stab off. Grand Finale is likewise almost impossible to get off. The reason this is difficult to launch is because you have to have... Effectively, you have to have no cards in your hand. Because as soon as you need to draw a card and can't, they shuffle your discard pile into your draw pile. Grand Finale is basically like if you're playing a deck whose size is exactly the number of cards you can draw. And if you can engineer that, it's amazing because you just do 40 damage to all enemies every turn, plus whatever other cards you have in your hand. It's fantastic, it's just we have too many cards and we're not going to be able to ever make it work. I honestly feel like the Masterful Stab is actually much easier to get off because all you need is an empty hand. But I feel like Piercing Wail is still the right. It's the right play here. Piercing Wail is generally just pretty good in every scenario. So I think we're going to go Elite, Chest, or we go Bonfire, Chest, Elite, Fight. Oh, we missed the shop if we go that way, though. Are we going to be able to fight this Elite, win this fight, hit this question mark, win this fight, get to the shop, and then still have enough juice? It's going to be tough. Do we maybe want to rest here instead of Smith? What do we get if we Smith Piercing Wail? That's useful. You know what? I think we Smith our Deadly Poison, though. Given the opportunity for defense or damage, I would almost always choose damage. Tsar's Blood, hey, what's up, man? How goes the Spire slaying? Well, we've been playing for 20 minutes and we already dropped our first run. Thread and Needle, though, is so good. This one's going considerably better. This is a much better draw than the man with all of the bash who gets more powerful with everything we do to him. This is a considerably better draw. I'm probably going to play accuracy again just to get rid of it. That's a future tax we're paying now. We're going to take 1 damage here. You know, we could drink this energy potion. We need to... You know what? We got it. I don't like doing it, but we have to conserve every HP we can get because we still got a lot of fight going here. We got a little extra damage out of it, and as a result now, we will take no damage. Alright, so we got rid of this man. You're going to get all of the poison. We're definitely going to survive our way of this doubt. If we just go strike and end our turn. 13 armor, so we're taking some damage here, but not a lot. This man does have... Is that fatal? Not quite. He's like 2 points shy of dying, even if we don't ever touch him again. Do we want to leave him alive that long? In all likelihood, probably not. I don't really want to exhaust my Piercing Wail in a turn where we're only going to take 0 damage already, so let's just get you dead. And now we can ignore this man. He doesn't die this turn, he gives us 2 dazes, and then he dies next turn. We can shift our attention to somebody else. Love Thread and Needle. Big fan of silent tanky builds. I actually also seem to have better luck when I go with a more defensive slant for the Silent. Silent seems to be the deck that's engineered to work better defensively. Again, we're taking none. With 1 enemy out of the equation, too, taking none is going to be easier and easier every single turn. So we can defend here. We need to block 14, so let's block. We're going to Survivor away this defend. That's more than enough. That gets us to 16, which is more than we need. We'll hit that man for 4. I had a build last night that I ran that I actually won against the Donut Men with the Silent. And I think the Donut Man is one of the harder opponents for the Silent. Most people are like, oh, Pete, it's the Time Lord who's really hard with the Silent. I actually tend to poop on the Time Lord when I play with Silent. Only being able to play 12 cards a turn, not that big a deal. But I had a defensive build deck that was synergizing with like 1,000 cuts and Envenom and all defenses, and I crapped all over the Donut Man with it. At the end of it, I think I had like 140 block or something crazy. I got the You Got Too Much Block achievement. I don't remember what it's called. It was a really good run. I think we can afford to take 2 damage. Actually, you know what? We're not even going to take the 2, because Thread and Needle is one of the best relics in the game. I won't say it's a God tier relic, but Thread and Needle, it's not God tier, but it's like demi-God tier. Let's get you poisoned up. We have no defense here. This sucks. We got too damn many dazes. We can neutralize them and minimize the amount of damage we take. But remember, we got to win more fights after this with no health. And then we also got to beat the boss with a maximum of 1 rest in us, too. So we got to be a little careful. We really got to hold on to our HP. The Donut almost always poops on me. I have also beaten the Donut Man with just a ridiculously overpowered Ironclad build. But yeah, I think the Donut Men are, without a doubt, they're the most difficult boss. Finally managed to pull off the 2-card deck. Dual Wield and Flash of Steel. That would be pretty impressive. Except, I mean, you're only Flash of Stealing every turn. How do you get card draw? Oh, I guess Flash of Steel gives you card draw, so that makes sense. You draw them back in. Yeah, that'd be a pretty strong build. I'd really rather not discard a daze, but getting a choice here. This man is dead. Just making sure we don't take damage while we wait for his brain to catch up with what his body already knows. Centennial Puzzle. First time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. Not fantastic, but it's better than some... Ugh, man, they really want us to double up on the accuracy. I mean, this isn't doubling down on the stupid. This is tripling down on the stupid. I do also like Backflip a lot. Fuck it. If we're gonna go down, let's go down in flames. I'd really, really, really like you guys to give me a card that generates shivs now. So let's Piercing Wail, get rid of that defense. We don't even have to block now. So, who's got the least health? You do. Get shivved. Alright, you need deadly poisoned. And we can't get rid of that Ascension, or that accuracy, rather. We'd love to burn it, but we can't. Triple down on the stupid? Oh, yeah. Like I said, Chad, if we're going down, we may as well go down in flames. Alright, so we got 15 damage coming at us. We can afford to ignore that, man. I'd like to kill this guy, but I don't think we're going to... Alright, so you're getting weakened. We can hit you for 6. You got no block, so you're dead. And then we can defend, and nothing. We have completed the puzzle. That man dies next turn. Yeah, you're gonna die strong, but... I will die strong as I lived. Strong like a bull. Also poisoned like a bull. We'll get rid of the accuracy just to dump it. Not that we really need it. This guy's gonna die, so... The block was more for security blanket safe than anything else. Alright. Got through that one. Lost no HP. Picked up 20 gold. Gotta take well-laid plans. I feel like it's good in almost every single variety of deck or build. This is not a fight we really wanted to see, though. Alright, we'll get Piercing Wailed. I feel like we probably need to defend. That gets us enough, so let's just strike you once and Survivor. And we'll dump that accuracy because it's doing us nothing. We really need some shivs, though. So we well-laid plans. Get you always well-laid plans. Gonna block for 10, which will be enough. We still got 6 damage out of the turn. Really need to get to the shop because I want that... That doubt is really hurting us quite a bit. I want that weakness gone. That covers our block. Deadly poison, because as far as our damage to energy ratio, it's going to be the best we can possibly do. You know what? Keep this strike. We may need that next turn. Let's see how well tripling down on the stupid. If we can get some Shiv cards, it's going to look ingenious later, but if we never get a Shiv, we're going to be a goat. We're going to go full block here. We'll keep the strike. Let the poison do the work. And if we can get rid of our weakness, next turn we can definitely force this guy to split, and we want to hit him as hard as we can on the turn he's getting interrupted. There we go. So we're gonna have 2 enemies with 23. I don't really want to hang on to any wounds, thanks. If we were gonna draw back in, I might have kept one of those wounds just so we couldn't draw it, but we're not gonna draw back into it, so it's no big deal. Let's neutralize you. I think we strike you. And then we Survivor the accuracy and defend. That should be enough. We got through. Alright, so far so good. No damage. It's a defensive mindset. It's slow, admittedly, but it's going to see us through to the end. Keep this defend. Never know when a defend could prove to be clutch. Sometimes you got to rope-a-dope. I'm starting to regret these accuracies, though. And the 75 trillion wounds we have in our deck definitely aren't helping. Our deck is flooded with garbage. Get neutralized. Defend gets us enough. Play this other accuracy just to get it out of there. Our shivs right now would be with no other options. We'd be shiving for 12. If only we could find something that would actually allow us to use a shiv. Take your weak potion. Calculate you. I will almost always take Calculated Gamble because it's a card I think is genuinely good and also very underrated. So we're going to well-laid plans. Once again, we have started with doubt. Fantastic. Well, we're going to get struck. We're going to get struck. I'd love to act... You know what? Get rid of this doubt. That's enough block. Thread and Needle is doing a lot of work for us here. If we had not picked up Thread and Needle early, we would probably be dead by now. So we're going to Piercing Wail without a doubt. I think we neutralize you. I think we poison... no, we need to poison the looter before he makes off with our cash, because we're not exactly doing a lot of damage here. And by a lot, I mean we have no damage. Plus, the poison, if we have the poison on the looter, once he starts to defend himself, we'll get some mileage out of that, because it'll pierce through his block, too. We could Calculated Gamble here. A play I don't hate. I don't really want to take damage. We're weak right now, which sucks. Since we're weak, let's keep our damage incoming to a minimum. Flush the rest of this shit. We're gonna take 2. Taking 2 damage will give us some card draw. So this guy's on his way out. If we hit him with another deadly poison... He's not attacking this turn, and that's fatal damage. He doesn't die this turn, but he does die next turn. And this gives us opportunity to work over this jackhole. Since he is not attacking, we're Calculated Gambling. 1, it gets rid of doubt. 2, it gives us way more damage this turn. We'll keep a strike. All things considered, getting out of this fight and only taking 2 damage, pretty respectable. Having poisoned that thief is paying some dividends down the long road. You dead, by the way. You know what? I'm just going to defend and watch you suffer and die. I'm not going to kill you. No, no. Let him suffer. Let him suffer. Yeah, you die slow and dirty. Same way you live. We could get some mileage out of Bane. We could also get some mileage out of Flying Knee. I do like Flying Knee. It's a good... We really are a little offense light here. And we do have some poison, so we can get a little bit of synergy out of Bane. Alright, we'll take it. Shivs, though. I would like some shivs. Nothing that... It's all poison. Ninja Scroll. Start each combat with 3 shivs in hand. I'm taking it. I may also take Bouncing Flask just because it's a Oh, you know what? No. We're not going to take Bouncing Flask. We're going to get rid of this doubt. Can we still afford Bouncing Flask? Nope, we can't. Do we want Click Slash? I think the answer is no. Skewer I actively dislike. None of the rest of these cards are particularly good. We're done here. Well, we have 3 shivs. We're definitely going to need to rest here. We found a way to enable Shiv, and here's the thing. We can keep those Shivs in our hand. We don't necessarily have to throw them. We can hold on to those and wait. Like this turn, I think we're just going to go for the weakness. We'll drop 1 defend to get us up above so we're taking no damage and keep our plated armor strong. Throw some poison at this guy, hit him with another strike, and then we hold off on the Shivs. We're going to wait till we can maximize. Very little draw here. Okay, so let's burn that accuracy. We got some poison on this guy, so get baned. Take the strike, Calculated Gamble, we save for another. He's going to hit us really hard this turn. If we can get him to split, we want to, but it's going to be tough because we're going to need way more... Okay. Well, let's drink this. We're going to throw this. Suck it. No damage, Mr. Slimebag. Eat my dick. You're never going to get me, though. So get Piercing Wail. Takes you down to 2. Accuracy. I mean, we don't need to do... You know, do we have well-laid plans, in fact? We do. Let's... Sneak and defend. We're going to keep Survivor. Getting cube sprayed. I hate the draw reduction. This guy's building up for his big attack. Well, that's good. You're getting baned. Get struck. Throw a defend. And once again, we'll keep our survivor. Give me some of those sweet shivs. Now's the turn to draw into the shiv. The poison interrupted him at the worst possible moment, though. Alright. Gonna deadly poison you. Do we have enough block? We do. So go strike. Survivor. Ditch this calculated gamble. Keep the strike for next turn. I'm very disappointed in... Where are my shivs, though? I put those away for a rainy day. I've been banking on my shivs. Give me my damn shivs. Get struck. Get shivved. Get shivved. I really would have liked... Having two guys with 23 is not terrible. The fact that we're severely weakened is unfortunate. Also, when I told you guys to lick me, this is not what I had in mind. Well, we're taking... I was hoping we could perfect the boss, but we're taking damage here. There will be no perfect. We can kill one of the slime. Oh, we goddamn weakened stopped us from getting 7 damage out of it. Shit. We're not mad, Pete. We're just disappointed. Hey, my parents tell me that pretty much all the time. Like, every time I see them, they remind me. Be like, hey, Pete, you know, we're not mad. We're just disappointed. Like, good to see you too, Ma. Let's put some poison on that guy and let it work him over. You're not attacking, but I'd still prefer you not be alive anymore. Survivor away this calculated gamble. Calculated gamble, that's a long con. And we've already taken damage at this point, so all we have to worry about now is just stopping fatal damage. Once the damage is done and we're not going to get a perfect guy, I mean, why bother? Don't want to keep a wound. Yeah, just keep licking me, it's fine. It's the only time I'm gonna get licked this year. This hand is trash. You know what? Now's the time for a calculated gamble. Well, we could bane this guy and possibly interrupt him and still sort. You know what? We will interrupt him. We did not interrupt him, though. Right, we needed to do one more shit. Well, that's okay. We can maximize the fact that he's going to be ruined on his next turn. So you get poisoned, get shivved, get attacked. Nobody's interrupting anything. He's going to take 9 more damage. He'll split into 2 with 21. That's better for us anyway. You're dead. I think we just end turn and keep the survivor. This deck is not speedy. But I find that your best decks with the best silent decks are never speedy. Shouldn't I have had another shiv somewhere? Did I leave a shiv lying around somewhere? I don't know why I even care about taking damage here. Really, I should just be farming through this as fast as possible. Trying to get my hands on some attacks. Anything that does damage would be nice. You know what? I'll throw a bane at a guy that isn't poisoned. At this point, I just want the fight to be over. You guys are not going to kill me before I can get to you. I hate everything now. Well, that's fatal damage. And honestly, considering that guy's not attacking, I have no motivation to not throw all of my offense into his buddy. We're weak forever. Any attacks. This will not kill this man because we're weak as shit. We have to attack while we can. Turn. That's why I like things like Caltrops. I'm not a big fan of Combust because it chews up hit points, but Caltrops, yeah, we could have taken that earlier this run, and in hindsight, we probably should have. Still, a win's a win. This is like the 3 worst possible elite cards we could have gotten. If I had to choose 3 elite cards that I never wanted to see, these 3 would be it. Pete Phantasmal Killer is great. And only if you know what you're going to draw. If you don't know what you're going to draw, it's kind of shitty. Honestly, I think I'll just take Glass Knife, even though it's not very good. Well, we did better on Relics. We're going to take Sozu. We have no Curse synergies? No, we're going to take Sozu. Give me 4 energy. Sozu is, I think, probably the 2nd best energy relic. Combo Combust and Rupture, it works pretty well. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, if you can pull it off, it's good. But what if you don't ever get one? How many elites are we going to have to fight? Again, remember, we are playing Ascension mode, so this is more about just getting to the end than it is about getting there with style. If we go this way, we're minimizing our fighting. We have the option of fighting an elite after a bonfire if we're feeling strong. And then if we're still feeling strong, we can tink into another elite. This way has options. I think we definitely want to take this path. Do we want to start here or here? We don't need this shop because we only have 163 gold, so that's a dead spot. I think we're better off to go this way. This is not the fight I would have chosen to start with. Okay, so we're going to accuracy. We're going to well-laid plans. And this is not a terrible start because one of these guys is about to get pooped on. Alright, you are in poopinated. And we can, you know what? We can knock his buddy down too. Possibly not the most optimal play, but all of the damage is taken out. We will keep this calculated gamble. Ninja Scroll. It's a great card. If we could get a Shuriken to go with that Ninja Scroll, that would be great. Well, we could accuracy again, but it's a little too late for that now. I think we Piercing Whale. Let's throw a regular defend, shiv this man, and then I think we calculated gamble all this away. Well, we got to neutralize out of it. Not what I would have probably chosen, but it puts that man 4 closer to death. We might as well defend. We did have well-laid plans. I suppose we could have saved that defend for next turn. I really hate ending my turn with energy. If only because it trains me to make myself think about using all my energy, so if I get something that increases it, I don't forget that I have increased energy. So Glass Knife will kill this man. Also, we could have knocked this guy out of the sky if we had gone Glass Knife Strike. That might have been the smarter play. Let's hit him with some poison, and then we can just double defend, and that'll get us over the hump. Yeah, now that I think about it, Glass Knife Strike would have been a much smarter way to go about that. This is a great fight if you have, like, Thorns or something else that does return damage, because you can make these guys knock themselves out. We drew back into Glass Knife. Alright. It does less damage this time, but it's still a knockdown. We got 2 energy, and we only need to defend for 6. There we go. I mean, you want to keep one of these defense. Now we're rolling. We in Fred Durst Town now, Chad. We rolling, rolling, rolling. This guy's never even going to hit us again. So get deadly poisoned, get struck, and then we'll survivor away this accuracy. Keep this defend for next turn. You guys are dead, we're taking none. We've comboed it up. We're going full Street Fighter on him. You're just dead, though. You also are dead. I'm not even going to wait for the poison to kill him. I'm just going to go over there and wring his stupid little bird neck. Then I'm going to... Oh, thank God, a way to generate shivs. Alright, cloak and dagger. I mean, that was a no-brainer right there, chat. I am tempted. Are we going to have an opportunity to hit another shop on this level? We do. Would we rather save our money for the shop or take Jax now, which we know could be useful? Nah, let's just say no to drugs, kids. I'd rather keep my 100 gold for something that maybe synergizes a little bit better with our build. Purple Fire Spirits. I really kind of want to give them Glass Knife. It gets us 10 max HP. I don't think Glass Knife is a very good card. It's not terrible. You know what? In long fights, though, yeah, you know what? Take Glass. I would rather have 10 max HP against a boss than I would rather have Glass Knife against a boss.